Good morning, everyone. This is Deanna from Ismini Bakes, and we are here for the Ismini Bakes podcast. Today is May 1st, and we are doing the Cherry Bomb Moms event every day from May 1st through May 31st. Every day we want to be in front of you, and we want to talk to you about your mom or someone special to you that was like a mom. So if you are interested in being on this podcast, just take and send me a message at Ismini Bakes at my Instagram account or at my Facebook account, and I will take and be in touch, and we can take and schedule you for a guest on Ismini Bakes podcast. The reason that we decided to do this here at Ismini Bakes podcast is because it's May. And what do we do in May? We honor our moms. So we thought this was a very good way to do it, to hear what people have to say about their moms, what they like best about them, what was their best memory. When I started putting this together, I had questions, and Sharon the baker was helping me. Sharon and I collaborate a whole lot. In fact, as you'll see on my Instagram account, she was going to be the first guest. And I decided, but she agreed it was okay if I opened up the event about Cherry Bomb's moms. I'd open it up, and then Sharon is going to follow tomorrow all about Hazel. But I wanted to take and clarify everything to you because people that I'm talking to and people that I sent messages to, they're wanting to know, what is the Cherry Bomb Moms about? And what I wanted to do is come on here and explain it so that you would know you were going to be live. There'll be no questions. I had 7 questions, and Sharon said, I don't think I'm going to do it. And I said, why? And she said, well, I don't know. And I said, is it because of the questions? And she said, yeah. So it's going to be very, very open, very casual, a lot of fun, and we're just going to talk about moms. And if your mom is gone, because I had somebody come up to me and say, well, my mom's gone. And I said, well, you can still share, because I'm going to be sharing about Ismini, by the way. So Ismini Kalaroy Petropoulos is my mom. She's Greek. She was born in Chicago, and she came here to Detroit when she married my dad. Mom was a great, typical Greek woman, petite, well-kept, beautiful red hair, brownish red hair, beautiful pale complexion, nothing like me. I took after my Filipino father. But that's a story for another day. We're going to be doing that for June, for Father's Day. So Ismini was here in Detroit, and she moved from Chicago and to Detroit and raised her 4 children. I was the youngest, so there was my 2 brothers and my sister Sandra. And Mom was a stay-at-home mom until it got to the point where she had to go to work because we were trying to buy a house. So she went to work part-time, then full-time. But before that, the memories of my mom were her in the garden, baking in the kitchen, making pies, making meatloaf, making scalloped potatoes. But one of the best memories that I have of my mom is her making homemade cinnamon rolls. They were wonderful, and she would let me help. And that is my next dessert that's coming in for my Ismini Bakes Bakery. But we took, and she would make pies, and then the leftover dough, she would make the cinnamon rolls. They were to die for. I remember them like we're back in the kitchen in the 50s, and she's making those cinnamon rolls, and I'm sitting at the table rolling them out, and putting the sugar and putting the cinnamon. Oh, and the butter, of course. So you put the butter down first after you roll out the dough, and then you put down the sugar, and then you put down the cinnamon, and then you roll them, and you cut them, and you put them on a cookie sheet, and you bake them. I remember it was like yesterday. So that's what we're going to be talking about on this podcast, Cherry Bomb Moms. We're going to talk about your memories with your mom, what they were like, what were the really, really memorable ones, what were the really good ones, maybe baking, maybe going away on vacation, maybe being outside, playing fun things like tag or baseball or whatever. Or maybe in the garden, taking in, weeding or picking the tomatoes or whatever. When my mom was home, we did, of course, fun things. And then she had to do her other house cleaning, whatever. We did help to clean house, and when my mom went to work part-time, full-time, we were in charge of making dinners. Now my dad, of course, was a big help, but he worked. So us kids were taught how to bake and cook. And she had made on her day off meatloaf and scalloped potatoes. It was wonderful. It was probably the best memory of my mom for cooking. In fact, my daughter-in-law, Jenny, she'll be on Sunday, and she was talking about how she remembers being over at the house when the boys were growing up, her boys were growing up, and she remembers the scalloped potatoes. They were so creamy. And back then, moms didn't have a lot of funding, a lot of things available to them. They just couldn't run to the store like we can today. So basically, she made it with onions, flour, milk, and butter, and of course the potatoes. Easy peasy. You just did the layers, and you poured the milk on top, and you put it in the oven, and you browned it, and it was so very good. And the flour and the milk thickened it, so it became like a casserole, a creamy casserole. So that was another good memory that I remember of my mom, the scalloped potatoes and the meatloaf, and also the cinnamon rolls. So we can talk whatever you would like to talk about with your mom. Maybe your mom was a full-time mom at home. Maybe she worked and you had to take and be at home and do a lot of, chores and baking and whatever. But the times that you were able to spend with your mom, what did you love doing? Did you love going for walks? Did you love going for bike rides? Did you love going shopping? That's what we're going to talk about. I have simplified this because Sharon had the insight to say a lot of questions. And we just need to talk casually about our moms, just what our heart says and wants to share with other people. So that's what we're going to be talking about all May 1st through May 31st. And it will be taking place every single day. Today's Friday, but actually it'll be Friday and weekends, Monday through Friday, even weekends. So if you have a tight schedule, just let me know, and we can take and schedule ahead of time, and then just take and post it on Instagram around this time. So 10:30, 11 o'clock, whatever. Tomorrow, our guest is Sharon the Baker, and she's going to be taking and talking about her wonderful mom, Hazel, who let her be in the kitchen, and that's why Sharon is such a baker. Hazel had 10 children. God bless her for the patience she had, that she would let those girls come into the kitchen. Sharon remembers when she was 4 that she would be in that kitchen. Boy, did she ever have the patience. And Sharon learned so much from her. The birthday cakes, the ice cream cakes or cookies, whatever Sharon has shared. And of course, there'll be more. The birthday banana cake, not the ooey gooey cake. Neiman Marcus, that was not Hazel's. But Hazel had wonderful recipes. And Sharon has them, by the way. So Sharon will be sharing all of those for Ismini Bakes podcast. So we have tons of recipes that we will be taking and sharing with you all. So Sharon is on tomorrow, Saturday, and Jenny, my daughter-in-law, will be on Sunday. And all the other spots are open, but they're filling up. I'm calling people and I'm scheduling them and letting them know this is just really easygoing, laid back, share as you like, share a good memory, talk about your mom or talk about somebody that was a mom to you. Just share and let's honor those moms that were so much a part of our lives, right? They were so much a part of our lives that now that they're gone, as my mom is, we miss them. But that's another story. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of this Cherry Bomb Moms. And call me, DM me, message me, and we will get you on the calendar for May, Cherry Bomb Moms, and we will take and share something special about that special person in your life. So thank you for joining me. Please, if you have any questions, I will be posting this online or comments, of course. But if you have any questions, please take and message me on Ismini Bakes Podcast. One more quick thing, Ismini Bakes Podcast, please subscribe. Sharon and I would love to have you as our subscribers. And by the way, it doesn't cost anything. It's really easy. All you do is touch the button and hit subscribe, and that's it. You put it in really quick. Easy peasy. If you have any problems, again, just text me or ask me a question, and I will help you in any way that I can, because I want you to be our subscriber, not only for you, yes, of course, for you, but Sharon has wonderful recipes to share. I have recipes to share. I am a sourdough baker. We have a bake sale at the YMCA this week coming up, and I will be making sourdough, and I will be making chocolate chip cookies. Actually, the chocolate chip cookies that Sharon talked about at the Ismini podcast when they were made by the who makes the chocolate chip cookies? Whoever makes those, is it Dole? Whoever it is, I can't remember now, but Toll House. There we go. I will be making those cookies for the bake sale, and I'm going to use Sharon's little hint about how you make them like a volcano. And by the way, 1 stick less of butter, and that makes them wonderfully attractive and puffy. And I can't wait to make them, because when I would make them before Sharon's tip, my cookies would always be flat. Hers are not, because she shapes them into a volcano, actually a volcano, once she gets them on the cookie sheet. And I can post this if anybody wants it, just let me know, and I will send the recipe to you. Also, by the way, when you subscribe to the podcast, you can then take and ask us for any recipe, and of course we will send it to you. So today is Friday. I'm glad you joined us. I wish you a happy weekend, and tomorrow the podcast will be with Sharon and I. I wanted to be here solo to let you know and to answer any questions and any concerns about what is this Cherry Bomb Mom thing about, okay? What is it about? What are we going to do? Who is it about your moms? And we're just going to talk about moms and how special they were to you. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it, and I look forward to all of you looking at the podcast in the future, and also subscribing. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye for now. Deanna is Mini Bakes Podcast.